Hi there, I'm Dredge, and welcome back to the Deep. Today, we are playing our our very hard mode difficulty playthrough of Kingdoms of Amalur ReReckoning. As you can see, we're on very hard. I do not have any mods loaded. Just for a review of where we were and where we're going. We are playing a mixed playthrough using the Might Finesse Sorcery line to eventually get +3 to all skills and unlock all weapon mastery abilities. So we're on the hardest mode of the game. Currently, we are using a crude oak staff and the Fey Blades of Song, but we have plenty of options. I usually like to start off combat with the longbow equipped in order to get off some very snappy early damage. We can't use our steel cuirass yet, and we have no intention of using these robes. Essentially, it is just whatever is best at any given time. So we have plenty of equipment here. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep what we have. Base health is a very important stat in this game, especially on very hard mode. Physical damage is the most common. Something I would like to do at some point is to collect unique elemental resistance items in order to fine-tune our playthrough for very certain combat encounters. Okay, so our quest is currently the Ballad of Bloody Bones, or the Commendation, Red and Tooth and Claw. Special delivery is something we're going to wait on until level 10. We also have to collect some antelope heads. And let's go over the rules of engagement here. Rule number 1, no cheating. That means no exploits. I won't be saving and reloading the game in order to get a better result from any encounter, whether that's a speech check or salvaging equipment, etc. Rule number 2, no outside guides. I am not using any variety of outside guide, which means no walkthroughs, no tutorials, no lists of craftables, etc. Everything I have is in my memory and in my gameplay information. Let's take a look at our skills. We currently have Heavy Detect Hidden, as it scales up your gold in the early game, and Heavy Mercantile, as it scales up your gold in the early game. We have Low Persuasion, as honestly Persuasion just avoids combat encounters, and that kind of goes against the spirit of things, doesn't it? So, we have the Envenomed Edge ability up, which gives all of our hits a chance to deal poison damage. We have the Shadow Blades, the first hit of which staggers foes. And we have the fire, what is it? It's the Mark of Flame, which also staggers foes that are vulnerable to fire damage. And and marks them. Currently we have chakrams leveled up. We don't have any might. And we have a little bit of longbow. Although, mostly we're using this because chakrams and staffs are really good. So, game plan is we're going to start off with longbow attacks whenever possible. And then as soon as we are done with our longbow, we're going to switch weapons. That being said, because we got the Fey Blades of Song, I am going to rebind my souls. And that can be done at the Fate Weaver, who is over here. So the first step is to rebind our destiny.
How may I serve the cart?
And we're also not going to steal unless we absolutely have to. That's free. That's trash, and that's trash.
Impressive ballad, Sagro.
Let me take a look at you. Ooh, very fair you are. Too fair for the House of Ballads, that is certain. I tend to enjoy the company of mortals. So fleshy. I'm Milova, instructor in the persuasive arts. That includes seduction, but you probably guessed that.
We're also not going to skip dialogue, just so you all get the full experience of the game.
I was brought here by Ferrara himself. Forbidden love can lead you in the strangest of directions. Here I am at the House of Ballads, and I won't even hold a sword. Care to be my squire? Intense relationships they are. Very intense. Many moonlit evenings are expected.
She may be hitting on us.
The ballads sing of her as a winter court witch, and that she wishes to wither the summer. Me, I believe her affections for Wenson are quite real. I've met him, I know.
Alright, tell me about your persuasion training.
I can make almost anyone do almost anything. Don't believe me? Ask one of my many admirers. I'm willing to make you privy to my secrets. For a price.
So, this is a persuasion trainer. Currently, our persuasion is level 0, and it would cost us 15,000 gold in order to train it. Training your skills is something you're welcome to do in the late game, but not something I'd recommend doing in the early game on a very hard playthrough.
Welcome.
This is the alchemy trainer.
Welcome. You've come to the right place, my
Or not
friend.
trainer, but
Yes, you
alchemy
have.
vendor.
This is where all the grandest questing goes on. Right in this bottle. Hey, old Ukobal will teach you everything you need to know about alchemy.
Sadly, he's not actually a trainer. He is the target of a quest in the later game, but sadly, despite him saying he'll teach you about alchemy, he doesn't teach you about alchemy. Again, let's remember that this game was intended to become an MMO RPG, yet because it failed to launch, it became a single-player RPG. Many NPCs were repurposed.
Pinch of this, drop of that. Not much to it, really. Tell me what you need and I'll see to it you get a bottle. That is, unless I've consumed it all in a fit of fancy. Care to learn?
See? He won't even teach you.
I can hardly discern one of you creatures from another. I mean no offense, of course. I simply don't care. Dig for the rumors elsewhere, my friend. I really don't remember how I came to be here. So long as no one tells me to leave, I'll carry on, spinning my own song long after everyone else is gone. It was nice talking.
So, as you can see, we have quite a few recipes already for poison damage, for mana, healing, and strength. Until we level up alchemy, it's not a very useful skill. Having healing potions, and even warrior strength is pretty useful. Warrior strength is better than a healing potion if you intend on healing up additionally later on. We don't have any journeyman or master potions. We can experiment with our reagents, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. first, we're going to talk to the Fate Weaver, because we would like to switch over to our weapon focus on the longbow and on the Fade Blades of Song.
Welcome, Ageless One. I am Arvia, but I suspect you know that already. The tides of fate have washed me upon your shore, and I am here to do your bidding.
Tell me of the art of
I
divination.
am but a tool of the destinies, a mouthpiece for their changing voices. I do not know how I know what I know. It has been that way since I first stepped from my hollow.
Tell me about yourself.
You act as though we're strangers, but that's not true, is it? In many a dream you've come to me. Even in death you've brushed my consciousness.
Our relationship is a two-way street, Arvia.
I am here for you, to guide you in a careful separation of the threads of fate, and to ease you into a more appropriate plane. Lord Isa had great faith in Wenson, and his instincts have proven true. But all kingdoms fall, and all kings fall with them. There is no clear victory for the House of Ballads. I see nothing. Only you.
And the Maid of Windermere?
Yes, it's true. She exists, skirting the edges of my consciousness. But I am unaware of her intentions. That is more troubling than anything else.
Alright. So currently Fate Waving Service is a steal at only 1,792. So let's go ahead and unbind it.
See you soon.
So we'll have to level up again. Again, we're putting our points in Detect Hidden. And again, we're going to put our points in Mercantile. I don't really need the help in lockpicking, and I don't need the help in Dispelling. That being said, because our current destiny will give us +1 to everything, you can use that, or +1 to every skill here. You can use that in order to hit these little markers that unlock a new component of your skill. For instance, if I put 2 points in Alchemy, I will get the ability to craft potions with 3 reagents. If I put 3 points in Blacksmithing, I will get the 4th point for free. If I put 1 point in Dispelling, I get the 2nd point for free. For that reason, it can be useful to place 1 extra point in anything that requires 2, or 2 extra points in anything that requires 3. We have 4 points available. We just really want Mercantile here. So, our last point is where we can choose. Sagecraft means we're going to get some more shards, and we can finally create some gems. 1 point in Dispelling will let us fail to dispel a ward once. 1 point in Blacksmithing will let us harvest components and use 3 components. 1 point in Alchemy will really just give us the chance to successfully harvest reagents. So, let's pick either Dispelling or Sagecraft. I don't think we have enough sockets on our gear to warrant Sagecrafting at this stage of the game. I am tempted to place it into Dispelling instead, or into Alchemy for more reagents. I'll place it into Dispelling. Alright, now we can switch our focus. So we need to put 8 points into each branch. So we're going to start off with our points into Precise Weaponry. We're using the longbow. Level that up just enough. Let's undo 1 point. Grab the Shadow Flare. Grab Envenomed Edge. And 2 more points into Finesse. We will take 1 point in Precise Weaponry to unlock the attack. And 1 point into Fade Blades, just for that +2 physical damage and 5% total damage dealt. We could have also taken it the piercing damage with the longbows and +1 max arrow, but we'll get to that later. Next is sorcery. We will sometimes use the staff, and we do want to get special attacks from block with the staff. I'm currently not going to use the chakrams. Although they're great weapons, I think it's going to be staff and bow for now. And I don't really want to use lightning bolt, just because I need a lot of mana in order to use the shadow flare. There we go. We've unlocked arcane weaponry, giving us attacks from block. And we can now take point of mark and flame. We could take a next level for special attacks, apply damage over time, and that's probably worthwhile. Alright, over in might. We're not currently using the weapon mastery for might, so we can ignore it. We're not currently using any specific weapon from might, so we can ignore it. We would like skillful defense for full damage mitigation while blocking. We would like adrenaline surge because it restores 20% health, gives you a damage bonus, and has a 5-minute cooldown. We will take more points in hardy constitution for maximum health. It also increases your elemental resistance. And now that we have the level 5 skillful defense, we get bonus resistance while blocking. Alternatively, we could take a point of harpoon. The only issue is the mana cost. 20% cost is fairly heavy. I'm considering it, and I've decided not. Alright. We'll retake our Wayfarer Destiny, giving us 10% damage for all types, 25% reduction of equip requirements, and +1 to all skills. Let's re-equip our armor. Right now, we're only really looking at block and health in this early game. We can move the rest to junk. We're going to keep this on hand because it has a high armor and is available next level to us. We don't need Lyria's robes. We probably will never use them, so let's work on selling those. The captain's gloves we're going to keep around for that 5% crit hit chance. And we are currently using Gauntlets of Lightning Aversion. We'll keep using those even when we can use a level 9 one instead. In this case, armor and health are equal until they're about 300, so let's not worry about it. And we are using the fire aversion leggings. We're using hardened boots. Using a hardy kite shield. This elemental resistance is nice on the bronze talisman. If we fight some elemental damage focus, we can work on that. Or if we find a good armor gem, we can move away the bronze talisman. This one gives you mana, but quite honestly, it doesn't really matter. We'll keep the socketed one. We're using the Blackstone token, and the Ballad Signet Ring, and the Hardy Ring. How's our radial doing? Clear that. Minor experience booster can go here on the right. We have a purification potion for getting rid of diseases. We have a flame guard potion up here to reduce fire damage. We have a force potion. Can't recall which one it is, but that's fine. We have frostbite, healing potions. Those are all equipped. And let's get our mana potion slotted there too. Alright. Currently, we only have magic and physical and protection shards. We could worry about making armor gems, but it's really not important. We'll probably find one interesting later. Currently, 2 inventory spaces are permanently taken with the Osgar Crass Blade until we finish that quest, and the Resurrection Potion until we finish that quest. The Death Notice quest is important, but we haven't unlocked the alternate version of it until we explore Dyden Hill. The Alfar Navy recruitment letter lets us start off one of the quest lines for the Legend of Dead Kell. All of the DLC quests will scale to your level, so that's useful to know. I think our next thing to do should be the commendation. Let's go ahead and make sure that our abilities are bound. Currently, we have all of our abilities bound. Okay. Well, we have a little bit too much in the way of inventory, so we should try to find ourselves a merchant.
Yes, several.
I don't believe there are any major merchants here in town, or here in the House of Ballads. Just a moment. Okay, we're good. As you can see, this would be stealing, but checking it, make sure that it's not stealing. That being said, we are not being detected. They don't really care about what we're doing right now. So we will go ahead and take the key. It's not going to hurt anybody.
How may I help?
Take that key. It will help us later. Here's Sir
Good
Tarka.
day. How can I help you? You are the mortal I've been hearing about. How dare they say you're meek? Why, to me, you look as fierce as a troll.
What a nice guy. You can unbind your gems from any slotted gem.
The songs of the House of Ballads are not simply stories. They are part of the magic that unites us all, summer and winter alike. They move through us like the seasons. There are some who believe our time of glory is on the decline, that our ballads will fade into mortal history like whispers. I say, never underestimate a good story. I can help you with any gems or shards. Speak to them on your behalf. It isn't as hard as you might think. Unless they're stubborn, of course.
Tell us about yourself.
My telling is not one of battle and bravery, but of binding. I served Wenson himself back when the great ballads were new. We did not sing them then. We lived them. Farewell, my friend.
As you can see, we do have the ability to make an armor gem. If we wanted to, we could get ourselves a physical resistance gem or an elemental resistance gem. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to take the elemental resistance. Let's just craft it. Why not? Craft it, and then socket it. We'll put it into our steel cuirass. No, into our bronze talisman. And let's go ahead and switch over to our bronze talisman. Now we have 17% elemental damage resistance. We can still shield bash. Shield bashing does not require mana.
How may I serve the cart?
So there's a healer there if we get diseased. Hopefully we won't. these are quest chains that you can start.
Greetings. I am Gleonor, also known as the Antiquarian. What does a child of dust require of me? All of us in the Western Feylands are subjects of High King Titarian. Our presence maintains the natural balance, bringing the green of spring at winter's end.
Alright.
We are the story that is told in every age, with different words, the same meanings. We are the blazing summer and the brooding winter, forever following one another. We are as we have always been and shall ever be, no more and no less.
Tell us about yourself.
As Antiquarian, I'm keenly aware of the lesser ballads in Fey telling, and do my best to ensure that they're not lost in the wide river of time. I'm Keeper of the Echo Stone here in the House of Ballads. It has only come to us recently, but I find its purpose most fascinating.
And the Echo Stone?
It is a new relic crafted by several of our most attuned Fey mages. Usually the notion of new repels me, but in this case, I can't help but feel a spark of curiosity. The Echo Stone can be used like a lore stone to experience past narratives, stories that have long since left the lips of their tellers. However, one can only use the Echo Stone if he has the right matching care, a magical key devised by Hallam the White himself.
And Hallam the White?
The role of the storyteller is the most important to the Fae in the Court of Summer. He watches the telling as it unfolds. His gaze is not on one ballad, but all of them.
And High King Titarian?
His wisdom is above us all, even the lords and ladies of the House of Ballads. The High King guides us in all the grand telling of the Fae.
And the House of Ballads?
For you, tales are naught but a reminder of your inevitable decline. But for the Fae, our tales are eternal reminders of our truest selves. Here we celebrate the very heart of our kind. The greatest of our tales, reborn and relived.
And the telling
Every
itself?
culture has its story. The wake it leaves behind in its travel, that is a telling. It is a narrative of defeats and victories that give every life meaning. Our Fae telling goes on from creation deep into the hidden end. Until then, we celebrate the small songs, the ones that celebrate the spring in which we find ourselves. Go well in the telling.
So, you can pick up a cairn and take it to the Echo Stone.
May the stone sing your song to the ages. May the breath of time remember you. Listen, listen as the Echo Stone etches each ballad in memory.
The Flame of Rydurk. Rewards a sword, I believe.
The Balgan came, eyes of flame, and hearts born black with fury. To Lorca reign, through wind and rain, their wish to rend and plunder, till two knights true, in green and blue, rose up to face this villain, and sought a blade that would not fade in spring or deepest winter. Rydurk was forged, a mystic sword, one that would do its duty, and the knights so true, in green and blue, laid the Balgan low forever.
Doesn't take up an inventory slot. You can also take another ballad stone. Where is it? Wasn't there another one I could take? Oh. Maybe I can't take more than one. Weird. Thought normally you can take this one and it shows you treasures. Maybe you gotta pick them both up first. This chest is free, so we'll take it. Alright, we are full up on inventory. Are almost full. We need to go to the Crass Brothers. But first, let's go to Shieldring Keep and sell off some of this excess loot. I'm not really worried about salvaging and building things with blacksmithing in the early game. Early game items are very common and not really anything to write home about. You'll find better loot. This is the Warsworn Brotherhood.
Let the rest rot. Stop gawking. There are grander things than Shieldring Keep, but we're proud to call it home.
Look at those mutton
Mind
chops.
you, it's more than vaulted ceilings. It's about history and
I wonder if he dyes his hair.
About Tyne-Delphric, ancient of war, and Castellan of this place. Oh, are you? I see. If you mean you want to join, you should speak to Tyne-Delphric. If all you want is coin, go to the contract board. Pay for finished jobs comes from me. You enter by the Great Hall, where Tyne-Delphric holds talk with visitors. Forge and commissary are to the right as you enter the keep. Common quarters are straight ahead, with beds for pledge shield and above. Castellan's quarters are left. Don't go in there.
Tell us about Tyne-Delphric.
Castellan of this keep and ancient of war. That means he stands above the other Castellans and leads them, more or less. Delphric's a wise man. Prefers one well-timed sword thrust to 20 wild swings.
And the Warsworn?
Why, fighters, that's what we are. Fighters for hire, best you'll find. Were you thinking to join? Tyne-Delphric's the Castellan. Speak to him. Good then.
Alright, we'll speak to Tyne-Delphric. Grab some more quests. Just a moment. Okay. If my baby needs me, I will pause the game and go do that.
So you met Oathblade Ordura in Gorhart, and you thought you'd join the Warsworn. Well, if you wish to become one of the Order, you will do so with work. Good.
Okay, so I realized we should probably go do the, we should probably go do the Crass Brother quest line before we do the rest. But first, let's sell off.
I'm Quartermaster here. I have good Warsworn forged arms and armor. All the things a fighter needs.
Sell our junk. Get some money. Anything we want here? I got hammers. Ooh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Not 4,000 gold nice, but it's nice. Alright, looks like I'm needed, so I'll see you in just a bit. Alright, I am back. So we've just sold off some basic vendor trash.
What, stranger?
We're gonna go ahead and salvage anything we still need to salvage here. Just quickly check if we need to make anything better. Can't really make anything of note, I think. Yeah, it's not even better than what we have now. That's because we have no skill in blacksmithing. Alright. There's a hidden door over here. This door leads to a piece of Warsworn set equipment. Right back here. But you need the proper key for it. There is a longbow, which you could steal and break apart, but it's the same level. There is a greater healing potion, and could use that. Looks like I have to go again. Okay, and we're back. So, we could take those potions, and we did, and no one is the wiser. Now, when it comes to breaking chests, if you want to avoid the use of weapon durability, you can use one of your spells. Not chests, but barrels. Sadly, rolling into barrels doesn't work until you're a higher level. There is an ability that gives you a combat damage roll. And people don't usually mind if you break their chests, apparently. Anyways, so let's go find that other Crast brother real quick.
Yes?
And get admitted as a fledgling warsworn. Okay. Well, that is one bloomy landscape, isn't it? If this game had launched as an MMO, it honestly would be very beautiful still. Okay. Well, here is one of the, one of the gazelles, the antelope. We need 4 antelope heads. Each one will take up an inventory space. They die in 1 hit. We now have 3 of the 4 needed. So, let's go ahead and track the Crast brothers. Ow. 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 Difficult than it should have been. That's the perks of playing on very hard. Encounters are deadly. And I must have not been paying good enough attention. That does happen. This game doesn't really go easy on you. Go figure. And I wasn't really playing to my best there. Alright. We can see there are some guys. So
don't be bashful.
Ow. To do that. Okay. Ow. Rude. Ow. Rude again. Go figure, bandits are deadly. Everything's deadly in this mod. Prodigy staff. Thank you. I'll take that. Take those greater healing potions while you're at it. Okay. Okay. So there is the boss. Let's grab this shrine. And one thing I want to do is clear that. Alright. Now an image will remain active. Alright.
Taste my blade.
And I died. That's upsetting. Okay. So, try not to die is pretty good advice. Got hit by too many arrows. Too much stagger damage killed us. So let's try that again, but let's suck a little less hard. Is there something in here? No? Okay. Alright. Round 2. Okay. Ow. Okay. hurt a whole lot. Okay. That's fine. Here's the last antelope. Why don't we go ahead and just... Let's go do the, Let's go do that quest. Hey, Penry Kell.
Good. The troll that stole the ring in the ballad is named Lekka the Corpulent. I guess he had a bit of a appetite. You need to mount the trophies just like the champion in the ballad. When all are displayed, Lekka should come. Once he's there, it should be easy business claiming the ring. I mean, you've killed a troll before, right?
I have not killed a troll. But that's fine. So,
Farewell.
Trolls don't have a lot of armor underneath them. But before we kill the troll, let's just go ahead and drop a cheeky little save right here. This fight's gonna take a lot out of us. And here's the troll. Okay. So. What do I want to use? Nothing. What I do want to do is switch away to okay. And switch back. Let the NPC tank those hits. And the guy is dead. There we go. Alright, grab the ring. Get an elm buckler. Quite nice. Potent blows of lightning hindrance. Can't even scrap them, so I'll just sell those. The Maiden's Ring, just 10% health. Don't get me wrong, 10% health is really good. But the quest reward for XP is better if you just give it to her. Now she's going to ask for the ring.
Thanks for dealing with Lekka. I wasn't really afraid, mind you, just playing the part's all.
You did really good.
This business is over. Just give me the ring and I'll give you your payment.
You can pass a speech check to keep it, but we're a person of our word.
And here's your reward. You know, you have the makings of a decent traveler, and I mean that as a compliment. You might try your hand at thievery. If you like it and you're good enough, you can sell your goods to our fencers.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but I won't be working as a thief in this
I have
game.
to say, the fair folk may be a little strange, but they have quite a way with stone. Thanks for your help in claiming this bauble. It was worth every coin.
You can, of course, keep it and sell it for more.
New to the Feylands, ain't ya? We travellers are folks without land, law, or king. We go where we want and do what we please. That aside, it's pretty much common knowledge that we're some of the greatest thieves in the land. Kiss a traveller and count your teeth, so the saying goes. Pleasant travels.
Alright. Well, we made friends with Penry and we got some experience for it. Just some gold. Alright. Well, next thing to do is to try to complete that quest again. Now, sprites are weird. Once you kill the elemental sprite, the other sprites lose their elemental buff. Didn't even take a hit. Excellent. But if you don't kill the elemental sprites, the other ones will kill you pretty fast. Okay, this is the quest line Red and Tooth and Claw. All 3 elemental sprites are present, and it's a tough fight. So, pick one sprite and wear them down fast as possible. Down. And that should be the last of them. Alright. And now it disappears. We have to put a piece of bark on it to keep it from moving. Oh boy, more sprites. these sprites down too. They are a pain in the butt. But everything is a pain in the butt on very hard mode. Unless you get exceptionally lucky with the drops.
Speak, Two Legs. Do you come to me empty-handed? What is the meaning of this?
Well, the well vanished.
The well holds powerful magic, as old as these trees. Our elders told us its true name. Your two-leg kind might call it the well that wanders. Throughout the forest, it would vanish and reappear, like a wolf on hunt. But what prey it seeks. Before I was cursed, I remember strongly atop the water was the scent of leechwood. Perhaps the well seeks that.
So we gotta put leechwood bark on it.
And that one smells of eel petal and sky blossom.
Eel petal and sky blossom.
Most Two Legs
Maybe that's a
hope to
clue.
slay me. She only watches.
What happens if we combine eel petal and sky blossom at the alchemy table?
Leechwood? That is the two-leg name for that wood that feasts on strength. It appears through the forest. Should not be hard to find. The scent of the well was strong with its odor. It must be what the well is seeking.
The voice actor for On Me is just terrific.
Return swiftly.
Alright, let's go grab some leechwood bark. And if we have eel petal and sky blossom at some point, we have scarlet bark. We have sky blossom. We don't have any eel petal though, but hey, we'll try that out later and see what that makes. Probably something cool. Oh boy. Now. Get wrecked. Bears do a lot of damage. Go figure. There's the leechwood bark. And now we just have to run at the well. It'll move every 30 seconds or so. So, we should hope we're fast enough. And if we're not, we get to do it again. And again. And again. And it already moved. Okay. That's alright. It'll eventually stop. I think it moves once when you're close at it, once when you're right next to it, and then it'll stop. That moved again. And it moved again. And it moved back. You know, I think we might just wait for it if it moves one more time. Alright, and mash A, and we got it. As the leechwood bark lands on the surface of the pool, it sinks into the swirling blackness, and suddenly all seems at peace. You take a draught of the wandering well. The waters of the pool are still and gentle, and yet they appear to be of no value to you. Alright, and now we've just returned to our wolfy friend. Now, you can kill more antelope if you desire, and you can still get crafting components from them. try not to kill things when I don't need to.
Speak! It is there, Two Legs. The scent of water. Faint, but it does not escape me. My pack shall hear of your compassion and honor.
It would be awesome
I
if
now
this
go to the
unlocked a
wilds
further
and
quest
rejoin
line.
my pack. And now you may continue on your path, but with the knowledge of how to fight with the strength of a wolf.
How much cooler would this
Now
be
I shall drink
if it
deep
gave you a
of this
spell?
potion and return to my kind.
Like some kind of wolf charge. You get some experience, but that's it. Okay. What we got there? Boggarts? Alright, well, we have spells for Boggarts. Watch out for the plague bears. The Boggarts down. Okay, let's try getting the Crast again. We now have access to our Reckoning mode, which we can use to easily clear that encounter. Oh, she sees us. There goes the element of surprise. Ow. Luckily it's 3 melee this time. So they're more easily dispatched. Mercenary's Armor. 6% experience bonus, 12% crit damage. If we have a 2-piece, we get 2 stealth, 2 lockpicking. At 3-piece and 15% crit chance at 4-piece. 6% XP is amazing. I'm going to equip that right now. Steel Greatsword. Greatswords deal good damage and plenty of piercing, but we don't need it. We just adjust our build to our best weapon. Alright. There's the bad guys. We're just going to show up right in the middle of them and Reckoning mode. Okay, you're going to focus on... You're going to use your experience booster. And then you're going to execute the bad guy, mash all your buttons until you know the right one to mash. Get a massive boost of experience. Level 8 acquired. Before you loot him, level up. Alright. We can now put another point in Detect Hidden. We're going to keep doing that, by the way. Because we wanted to see the traps, disarm the traps, and eventually find lore stones and treasures. It also just increases the amount of gold we get from every single kill and from every breakable object. Confirm. We're going to take another point in anything we want. In this case, we're probably going to take more health, but we could take another level of Adrenaline Surge for even more healing. Let's do that, actually. That sounds fun. And then for Finesse, we will take another level in Precise Weaponry. And in Sorcery, we will take casting cost reduction, I feel. That seems smart. We're keeping our current destiny as the Wayfarer. And we have the blade. And we get even more gold when we loot these guys now. Warrior's robes. Nice. There's a hard unlock chest. Okay. So, for lockpicking, we're going to save our Prismeer picks for very hard locks. There are 7 lockpick positions, and it's up to you to find out which one is correct. I usually start from the far right. And once that lockpick moves, I adjust it to the next position. I know that it's going to move more when in here. So now I'm going to try it here. I see it moves here, so I know it's not in the left or the right. I'll try dead center. And the sound changes to it. Da 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 when you have the right one. Fantastic. Well, we killed the big bad guy of the area. We can now go turn that quest in. Let's take a look at the local map. There are some sprites up there that might be worth battling. And we do have full health, so let's give that a shot. Now, this is an elemental set of sprites, and there is a Gorhart once you crest the hill. If I recall correctly, there's the Gorhart. So there are 2 Gorharts. Only tumblers, though. Okay, there's a flame champion. Flame champion down. The rest of the easy picks. Take your time and recuperate in between fights. There's a curse chest back here, yes. Very easy. You could auto-attempt this, but it's not hard. 1, 2, 3. Unlock. Bloodstone. We got a awesome ring. 5% chance to steal 10 health per hit. This is an excellent ring. Highly recommended. I'm going to keep the Hardy ring for that 20 max HP. And that was the eel petal. Sadly, we didn't loot any. We'll keep looking for some. There are some brownies in that cave over there, but we'll worry about them later. Switch over to our bow and arrow. Now, couple of slaps from them, but that's okay. We now have some lifesteal innate in our build, which will be very handy for not getting killed. So here, some steel greaves. I'd lose 7 armor. It cost me 5 crit. I don't think it's worth it. And there's another lore stone.
In his great plan, Mitharu blessed both us and the Fae with nature. The Fae say these stones will hold the memories of those who talked to them, and will hold them forever, unlike the confessions I hear. I don't know how this works, and it lacks the structure and order that is the mark of Mitharu. This may be the place I should go. Mitharu had no hand in it. Look at it. Mossy, pale rock, blank, with cracks. So many cracks.
We just completed a lore stone set for Odoroth. And we got a much better talisman. This talisman icon is different because it is the next item level from the one we have. It went from silver to bronze talisman. Silver is, of course, although a nice precious metal, it's not very good for actually conducting magic, I suppose. It blocks magic out a little better. Anyways, plenty of armor. Gives me that same 10% elemental resistance. Losing out on the Gem of Refuge does gain us 20 health and 20 mana. But I don't have 10 sorcery yet. That will be next level. So, the Odoroth, under Status Lore Stones, we now deal 4% bonus damage with melee versus humans. We deal 6% with Fade Blades. So we're a little bit more deadly to people now, which is fantastic. That's an eel. That's Black Kohash down there, I think. I think I can trigger a sprite fight right here. Triggered. Alright, well, let's go turn in this quest. Open up the world map, fast travel to Gorhart. There is now a quest icon in the graveyard. I can tell her that I found her husband's body, but it's not her husband. And there's plenty of letters. Avery, Matharu has made it known to me I must leave St. Odwig's and Odoroth. I'm in love. The love is forbidden. It's Rika. It is your wife. So I'm taking my leave instead, abandoning my post. Perhaps one day I shall return. So instead of cheating on the wife, this Mason guy decided to leave instead of breaking up a marriage. Alright. Alright, let's go turn in the Warsworn quest.
Well done. No one will miss those two. Take this to Shieldring Keep and speak to Tyne Delphric. He'll set you to work on my word alone. Go north of town, then take the... You'll find Tyne Delphric there. Next time I see you, may it be under Warsworn banners.
I do like Ostodora. It's a shame what
I've got supplies if you need them.
Alright, sell our junk off. It's a nice staff. I don't think we need it right now, but it's really nice. We could take a level of training in all sorts of different things if we want to. But probably unnecessary. How many lockpicks do we have? 17? That's enough. Actually, let's go ahead and buy 3 more. Just keep 20. Alright. So we could choose to go buy some training from somewhere. The most useful training is detect hidden.
The corner shop.
Who teaches you detect hidden? Wait, isn't it this guy? Right here.
Mark my words. Bringing a Fae into the village will only... We'll see you soon.
We have too high level to get detect training from him. That's okay. Well, let's go turn in this next leg of the Warsworn quests. After we make some potions, of course.
Fae in Gorhart.
So, what you can see from the potions is that making a novice healing potion requires 18 Kohash or 1 Kohash, 1 Ember Eyes. However, buying...
Hello? I don't know if I'll ever take on another apprentice.
One of those instead is 114. Buying the ingredients for one is much, much, much less. If you want to make a bunch of potions, just do it. Just grab yourself a bunch.
Not after Karth's betrayal. It's farewell.
Hello there.
Now we should have a good set of healing potions. Let's map this to a radial. Okay. Oh. For a second I thought you were about to feed that baby a Monster energy drink. Like, here you go, baby, have some caffeine. Yeah, I mean, you probably would go to jail if you did that. I wouldn't recommend it. Back to Shieldring Keep.
A commendation from Ordura, eh? That'll get you your first assignment. But more than that demands soldiers' work.
pretty intense.
As rife with brigands and brownies as ever. With our best called to the front, our numbers here are thin. I am but a simple soldier, grown old. First they made me castellan of this keep. Then that wasn't enough. So they named me Ancient of War, Steward of the Order.
He sounds like he resents that appointment.
3 Warsworn keeps guard the summer Phalanx. Shieldring here, Helmguard in Erethel, and Ironfast and Detir, to each a castellan. And in Cluracon, Amalur Sfere Cura oversees our part in the war.
What a word.
It has been centuries since the Warsworn have crossed into Cluracon, and in fact, that crossing has always resulted in tragedy for us. But we are mercenaries, and we are paid to fight there, so we must. Even as our coffers fill, our ranks stretched thin. This war, these times, have tested our mettle to the limit. Still, we have not wavered in our creed. A mercenary sells a sword without honor. The Warsworn sell honor armed for battle. Don't get any big ideas. Heroic deeds are long past, and the war's far away. But there's honest soldiers' work to be done. Hirelings earn good pay for standing guard, dealing with thieves, patrolling roads. In fact, there is a patrol setting out shortly, if you're interested. A merchant group has retained us to discover why traders have been vanishing from a road in Lorca Rain. Travel to Dyden Hill and meet a fellow hireling named Will Rendig. He is likely at the healers. Then report to Warden's Bridge. You and a crew of other hirelings will scour the area and ensure the roads are safe. Understood? Good then. I can make you a hireling. The work is plentiful and the pay is good. However, you are not truly of our order until you earn the rank of Pledge Shield.
That's because you're just an hourly employee.
Though he is only a hireling, he is Warsworn material, and we look after our own. He has cares of a personal nature, which presently detain him.
Will Rendig's cares of a personal nature are his mother, who is sick with the plague, the blood plague, which you can cure by eliminating the source of the blood plague and then obtaining a steady supply of blood shield or plague shield shipments. Lost book. There's a lost book. Go get it. Etmir Inquiry. Where did the Warsworn camp go? They got eaten by trolls. And Haxie. More trolls. Okay. Get quests, kill things. Let's go. Those are baby noises. Okay. So, let's go ahead and follow up on the main quest for a bit. I think that would be best. Although I suppose searching the overgrown thicket might be easiest and closest. So let's go do that.
What's this?
There are some more wolves to cut our teeth on. Cut our teeth we will. Ow. There we go. That was a painful fight. And not very rewarding, but that's okay. There's some bears. Up a lot of potions, but luckily potions are cheap compared to our life. Oops, did not mean to kill it. I just meant to roll towards it. Oh well. Crafting materials ahoy. Typically in these caves you'll find kobolds, and if you've been watching my channel, you're aware that kobolds are the cause of most of my deaths. Here they are. Don't be shy, just use your abilities as you can. Fills up fast, and any enemy that you can execute, some enemies you cannot, like simple beasts, is worth doing so too. Start on the left. See how it jiggles? We know it's more right than it is left. Somewhere in the middle. Azurite chakrams at this level? Oh man, fantastic. Those do a tremendous amount of damage. That is an unusual find to get Azurite chakrams this early on. Alright, this is a kobold area, so watch for traps. Those guys are magic resistant. So we're gonna switch over. We have the right item. Potions, huh? Nice daggers. I'm tempted. It's not worth it. I mean, the chance to stun is just too good. Okay. I think that's the game telling us we should probably make better use of our spells. Watch out for traps. Alright, there are 5 kobolds. We're gonna need to be smart. Items. Repair kit, Fade Blades twice. Ow, ow. Ow. Damage to kobolds. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Okay. Should have just tased him from the get-go. Anyways. Want some dead kobolds. Pick this lock. I mean, it's pretty good. It's got armor and utility sockets. There's the book. Another chest. An Azurite greatsword at this level. Fantastic. Does a lot of chunking damage. 12 piercing on the hilt. Dang. Another lock. Wiggles a lot. Ellen's Cuirass. Burning greatsword. Does a lot of damage. Probably a fire hilt. 5% chance to stun. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Very nice. Alright. Let's get out of here. Go turn in this quest. And then probably call it for today. Well, we've died, what, twice? 3 times? One of the two. Very hard mode is very hard, and I'm a little bit out of practice. But you know what they say. Get better, scrub. Watch your lockpick. No. A little bit too far. Perfect. Potent Ban. 30 health, 30 mana. Yeah, that's an upgrade to the Hardy Ring. That was a lovely little pickup right there. Okay. Let's go turn this quest in.
Sure, I'm proud. Aren't I warsworn?
I don't know, aren't you?
Sure, I'm proud.
You're welcome in the keep, as long as your honor's intact.
Is he trying to say warsworn aren't allowed to fuck?
Oh, yes, from overgrown thicket, was it? Normally, that sort of thing is beneath even contract work.
Yeah.
But these days, if the payer has enough coin to spare and is insistent enough, we put it on the board. Yes. Take any good, then.
Alright, getting close to level 9. Did get ourselves a very nice cuirass. Once we hit level 10, we'll open that special delivery chest and get some really good scaled equipment. Until then, I've been your host, Dredge, and you've been down here in the deep with me. It's been a pleasure to have you. And next time we see each other, we shall probably head into Webwood and fight a whole bunch of spooky spiders. So, if you have arachnophobia, just pretend they are bears or something. Good luck and be well. Thanks for stopping by. See you in a bit. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.